My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Against the Storm, where we're setting up our next base. I'm still looking for as many artifacts as I can possibly get my hands on, what with only one of them left. There's the Spark Dew Crystals modifier out here as well. Start with 6 Impatience. Having Impatience can be okay. If you manage it appropriately, Impatience gives you extra resolve and it also lowers the hostility of the forest. However, you're also much closer to suddenly losing the game. I haven't done a lot of play around trying to manage my Impatience actively. And our last base was also a Royal Woodlands. Which is slightly unfortunate, because the only spaces that have full open terrain near the Haunted Forest modifier are also Royal Woodlands. Let's have a look at who we have. Wow. That's not really what you want to see. No beavers. At least no guaranteed beavers. Eggs and meat do appeal to a bunch of people. The lizards really like jerky, so do... Sorry, the lizards really like jerky and pie. The humans also like pie. Pickled goods, porridge. I almost wonder if I should just go with the most people on offer here. Although, admittedly, starting with 14 tools does definitely have an appeal. Though starting with 2 foxes, 6 harpies, and another 2 people is a full 10. That's the ability to fully stock 3 woodcutters camps, if I really, really wanted to. Of course, with the amount of food that we have here, with only 28 eggs at base, we're gonna have to start worrying about additional food quite quickly, which is great, because we actually have a discounted cost for meat here. Instead of costing us 2 embarkation points in order to get 42 meat, it's only costing us 1 at the moment. So I think we should take advantage of that. I could also take 3 additional villages if I really wanted to. But I suspect I'm going to need to house people very, very quickly. And planks are higher cost than they usually are. They're usually 2 embarkation points. They're currently 3. Not very eager for that. Especially because eggs and meat are so highly likely in this area. Oh, but the wants of the harpies and the foxes are directly opposite. The only thing they share is liking tea. That's gonna make it really, really difficult to feed them all comfortably. That said, by necessity, they will probably share a lot more things with the 3rd. Alright. Let's up to Prestige 10. I believe, right? Villages work slower on events. I think Prestige 9 is what we just completed. Let me just very quickly check that. If I go to the Smoldering City, I can then check game history, and... Yep, that's it. Boo-boo-boo-boo, Malmstada. So we will be going up to 10, which is going to add the additional layer of goods are worth less to traders. Oof. They're already worth a lot less to traders. Oh well. That'll be fine. We're also going to be starting with the modifiers of traders arrive 25% faster and their perks and blueprints cost 25% less. And also, we're going to have 3 fewer parts for the duration of this cycle. I'm still not super comfortable with the Fox and Harpy opening here, but as long as I manage their food, which admittedly is going to be kind of difficult, but as long as I manage to do that, I should be okay. I'm going to take even more people. I'm going to spread early. But I also have fewer parts, which makes that even more threatening. Metro Gibberish. This is Mr. Gibberish's estate. Let's go. gonna have a lot of workers early. I should make sure to exercise that benefit as much as possible. All resource nodes discovered during drizzle seasons have more charges. Okay, so only expand during drizzle. Got it. Forest mysteries at 2 and above hostility, we're dealing with fuel consumption increased by 20% for each hostility level. At 3 and above, we're dealing with no amount of assurance or flattery can, well, favoring is unable to be accessed while the hearth is being corrupted. Cool. During the storm, received -2 global resolve for every dangerous and forbidden glade discovered since the start of the settlement. So that's one we're gonna want to keep under for quite some time. And also Rotten Rain, a bloodflower will spawn somewhere in the settlement every 90 seconds. So we definitely want to stay below 40 hostility, or sorry, 400 hostility, the 4th level of hostility. All right. So unfortunately, we didn't actually get given our 3rd species here. Okay. That's gonna make decisions a lot harder. I will say, the harpies like biscuits, and the foxes like skewers, so cookhouse isn't out of the question. I almost wonder if I will actually go to the next year so that I get my first set of newcomers without actually doing anything here. I'm definitely gonna need to get food as well. Let's do that. Prioritize these. I do have a harpy in the hearth. We're all good. I'm also going to want to house them as quickly as possible because the harpies and the foxes alike have very low resilience at the start. Low resolve, rather. And that could get to be a pretty big problem pretty quickly. So I guess I'm just gonna straight up make planks. I'll be looking for enough to set down 3 big shelters, probably. So let's make up to a total of 18. Unfortunately, I don't really have much. You know what? I will build a 3rd woodcutter. I have so many people right now that aren't doing anything. Here's our first cornerstone. Flame amulets makes it a lot easier to manage having more woodcutters because it cuts the cost of having a woodcutter in half. The hostility goes from 24 per woodcutter down to 12. And all of the rest of these kind of suck butts. So I would re-roll if it weren't for flame amulets, which is just good enough. So start getting some gathering going on here. First orders have come in. I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. I'd have to deliver 20 pigment. Now let's have a quick look, because yes, I do believe the cookhouse is capable of making pigment for us. So I would be able to deliver that really quickly via the cookhouse. And then I also have a bead on a way to feed the foxes very comfortably. Biscuits are still a little bit harder. I'd be looking ideally for something like supplier to help me with that cookhouse, because that would give us flour as well as plank production. Smelter is no. Barrels, also no. Yeah, we'll be going cookhouse here, which gives us the ability to very easily pick up the pigment. I'm more happy to do that as well, not only because it's going to give us 2 villages immediately, but also because it's +1 to berry production from here on out, and that is the most plentiful of the natural resources there. You can see it's at the very front of the list. Okay, camps are very easy to fulfill. Keeping the fox's resolve above 15 for 30 seconds is not especially hard. As soon as I have my housing down and I've built an encampment, I'll get the +2 to global resolve. I'll also get the +3 from them being housed, so that's the foxes immediately up to 10, and then I favor them, and then they get to 15. It does give me 2 additional foxes. Both of these, importantly, give me parts. I do want to skew towards ones that are going to give me parts. Harvester's Camp, Stonecutter's Camp, and then making 10 bricks, that's not hard to do. Especially because the housing for my people right now doesn't require bricks at all. I suspect I will complete camp. I would have to intentionally pivot towards completing camp, whereas pack is already down the line of the things I'm currently going to be doing. Cut through the glades, discover some forests, and rebuild a ruin. Getting +1 to stone and clay production. It's only really going to affect clay, but still good. 6 tools, not bad either. Basic ingredient. I do want flour. There's not... Yeah, I'm not really going to be getting much from mold supply on this map, but if I do have the ability to generate flour, this is still probably going to be significantly easier than the other one to complete. I just don't need to pick it up now. So we start with the cookhouse. There's the supplier. Wow. Ask and ye shall. Yep, I'm taking the supplier. Well, I'll be. So Tea House gives us the ability to generate tea, which the harpies and the foxes both love. I already know that's something I want. But additionally, it gives us the ability to generate porridge. And porridge is generated out of grain, herbs, mushrooms, or vegetables, and any water. And it makes a foodstuff that the foxes already love. I really want to take the tea house. But if I find our final person is humans, they're gonna love it. Because I believe humans are the other people who like porridge. So that's pretty pog. I'm looking for a supplier as soon as possible, because that supplier is gonna help me make the resources to make the rest of the stuff. I'm gonna need a lot of planks right now. I wonder if I should take some people off of woodcutting to get this stuff started. I need 1 more plank in order to be able to make the supplier in the first place. I should tell you to max out at 8 planks. I'm gonna take 2 people off of woodcutting right now. That's enough to build this and then to work in it to create the plank I need. Legitimately, as soon as one of you starts making planks, I'm going to stop it, and then I'm going to tell you can't make anything else, and then I'm going to tell you to deliver, because then the supplier is ready to be made. And just because I have a worker free at the moment, but I'm not doing anything with them, let's continue building scaffolding. I'm intentionally leaving some space for harvesters' camps down here. And you're out of that job. Make the suppliers your highest priority, please. Perfect. And now let's get the 2 of you who both favor this job to work in here, making planks until we have a total of 25. Two, 3. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna set up our big shelters right now. I should also pop off Harpy's ability to use coats, because we're probably going to need those through the storm, if I had to guess. Suppliers are starting to mill out some planks. It's going to be a while until I have a good enough amount. I would love if we were evenly using the eggs and meat at this point in time. Although I believe the foxes are carnivorous, so... No, just highly susceptible to starvation. was a great opening season. It's not incredible, but it's not bad. It's fine. It's good. Yeah. Hell, great. Why not? Do want to get the cookhouse down. I will deactivate it though, because I don't want to start building it yet. It's going to require some bricks that I don't currently have much ability to access. That's for our planks. We now have the ability to make these 2 big shelters. I'm going to quickly tell them to make a 3rd big shelter as well. Because I'm going to need it. It's going to take a little bit more time. Okay, I'm going to have to take some people off of other jobs to start building these shelters because I need them to go down. Not only do I need the shelters to go down, I'm going to need our usual display. What was Vegna thinking? Back here with all of the pipes behind our main warehouse so that I can get to the 1st level of ascension as soon as we have these people housed. So that should give us as much resilience as I'm capable of generating before the 1st storm for our resolve. Please prioritize the big shelters. That's like the whole point. This is bad. I don't think we're gonna lose enough favor. Yeah, because we have all of the, I mean, because we don't have as many woodcutters as we are capable of having, as well as those woodcutters cost us half, we're still under the 1st level of hostility, which means I'm only getting -4 resolve right now. So all of the preparations I just made are great if I still had some more hostility. They're still gonna be really good. They're still gonna be really helpful. Very much worth keeping that in mind. Okay. What else do I want this early? I want the cookhouse to actually be produced. Obviously, let's get another one of you in a trapper's camp. Yep, I think I can get another woodcutter, and I can indeed. And if I had the ability to produce bricks at this point, I would do that. But because I don't, final person's just going into a main warehouse. We're going to ride through this season. As for skewers, I know that I'm going to be having an easier time making those out of eggs and meat. And at the moment, pigment's only really capable of being created out of coal. There's our newcomers. I can't accept these right now unless I want to take a person off of woodcutting. Ooh, but that's 7 fabric we're being offered. Oh, wait, hang on. That just confirms our final. Yes, thank you. Finally. Okay, we've got lizards. Great. That's great. In fact, if I have the lizard there, I think I can actually have as many woodcutters as I want. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to favor the harpies at some point. That's pretty good. Jarina Storm? Although I do want people to actually complete the production of my encampment, because as soon as that's complete, I don't have to worry about this anymore. There we go. Now I can get them both back on woodcutting. Oh, look at this micromanagement. The absolute efficiency. have the ability to make flour. But I am also about to break into a bunch of glades. And +1 to clay production does seem like it could be good. Okay. For foxes. Yeah. I don't have enough crystallized dew to be able to make 8 houses for foxes. That's just not happening. Important delivery. You want 20 coal and 12 packs of building materials, which I can't currently produce. Well, outside of the makeshift post. 3 ancient tablets. I'm not unlikely to get 3 ancient tablets. +1 to production yields for all packs of goods. I'm not usually a huge fan of that, but I think I will take ancient artifacts here. Scavenger's Trail. Deliver 50 eggs and 50 insects. The only problem is, I'm not going to have 50 insects. 8 for the lizard clan being only 10 packs of provisions, but also giving us 3+ to global lizard resolve, as well as 3 more lizards when I don't have many lizards in the camp at the moment. Seems great to me. Let's look at our pickups here. Okay, more trade routes on offer, but no trader arrives until I complete 5 trade routes. There's also reduce hostility of all glades discovered whenever you discover a forbidden glade, or complete a forbidden glade event, rather. Copper extractor, gain 1 copper ore for every 5 wood produced. That's going to be a ridiculous amount of copper ore. All crystallized dew production is reduced by 1, whether it from gathering, farming, or production. Well, let's think about that for a moment. I can use copper to make tea. And the resin that I get out of trees. I'm going to be taking the tea house here. I think copper extractor is a really good way for me to get my... get production of copper online without having to go too far out of my own way, and it only costs me crystallized dew production, which I don't think I can really do on this map. 20 coal for every 3 burned blight rot cysts is not bad either. I'm going to take copper extractor, especially because the woods here are so rich. Oh, I should also think about where I'm cutting towards at the moment. So glade warnings are disabled, which is fine by me. It just means I have to use the size of the glade to judge whether or not it is dangerous. This one's small, this one's small. This is obviously going to be a dangerous glade. And I'm waiting on just a couple more bricks. If I favor the lizards, the foxes, I'm going to be able to complete the pack soon. Just like we said. Ooh, I do want to produce the tea house as well. I need some rain. If we get a geyser over here, revealed by the base ability of the foxes. Starting ability reveals the location of one nearby geyser. That's a geyser right over there. Let's drop a tea house as well. Right there. And in the tea house, I will be looking to produce porridge and tea, but I am still going to need some precipitation before that. Now, I could also do that with a rain collector, but the problem with the rain collector primarily here is it's going to cost us tools, which I don't really have to spare at this point in time. I just got some more tools. Scribe, Butcher, Tinkerer, Furnace. Okay, Furnace is the ability to generate copper bars as well as bricks. Heck, and pie. We have lizards and harpies both liking pie. Seems like that's a perfect slot in here. Another would be maybe skewers and jerky, in fact, from the butcher. That would happily feed everyone as well. The real benefit of taking the furnace right now is I already have an income of copper ore, so I will be able to generate copper bars. It also takes care of bricks, a basic resource, sure. Still need more bricks, unfortunately. Let's deactivate that for the moment. Got a lot of people wandering around doing nothing, but it's because I really need to have some people ready to assign later. Stone. Looking, well, it's clay, realistically, that I'm looking for. Oh, that'll work. Sea Marrow deposit has stone in. Cut down. Spawns 1 Blightrot cyst every 120 seconds for every 2 dangerous glades discovered. I have not discovered any. Every time you open or send 2 abandoned caches to the Citadel, you get 1 global resolve, 30 roots. Woodcutters can carry 10 more items and the essence. Yep. I'm gonna just quickly resolve that mission over there. And hello, Stormwater Geyser. Well, well, well. I mean, it's stormwater, so it's worse for the production of tea and porridge. It's going to cost me a lot more. But I think it's ideal that I get this down as soon as possible. Let's fill the harvesters camps. Okay. Move this further down. Connect the scaffolding down to it. Great. This event is going to be completed very comfortably. I'm not going to have to worry about cysts burning for 5 seconds longer. Foragers camp. Yeah, I was a little worried something like this might happen. My previous selection did have the ability to take a foragers camp, and over it, I think I took the tea house. Breaking into this glade would have told me, hey, maybe no. Maybe that's not the right time for that. I'm going to get a Rainpunk automaton first up. So that'll produce the stormwater I'm going to be using to produce my porridge. I am going to need to start making some more planks again really soon. Let's get the harpies back on that job. Take them out of the harvesters camp for the moment. Yeah, as for our materials, we're doing okay. One of the real problems would have been that we're about to run out of coal for making pigment to complete the other mission, but now we have a huge amount of copper ore to do the same. Just need to be able to make some more bricks. Hence, more digging. And I'm still... It's still not coming near. Newcomers at the very start of the storm. That's funny. So level 2, yeah, this is going to be pretty harsh on the harpies. I'm going to need to decrease the expense of this. Maybe 2 levels. Wow, the harpies are going to be really sad. Oh, never mind, this will be fine. The harpies will be only on 1 happiness. I just have to take the one that gives me the ability to start making clay. Oh, sorry, start making bricks. Now, I only need to make 2 bricks in order to complete my brick production facility. And I'm gonna proactively build 2 harpy houses as well, as that will enable everyone to be housed yet again. Let's unsleep the furnace. I want that to be made as soon as possible. Perfect. Furnace production priority as high as you'll possibly go. See, the harpy homes are coming up at a reasonable rate as well. Okay. Cool. Let's get some lizard in here, and then, frankly, whoever else can help. Actually, no, I need only the lizard because those harpies need to continue making those houses. And let's empty the crude workstation of all of the clay that I put in there so I can actually make more bricks. Alright, still getting by, reasonably well managed, I feel. I feel okay spending that much fabric as well because I've just gotten all of these flax fields. So I should have the ability to make as much fabric as I need for the moment. Which realistically is only true because I don't need that much fabric at the moment. Okay, yeah, let's get our event completers back on that job. 2 people back on woodcutting as well, yay. Oh, harvest camps are done, cool. Realistically, I don't know what to set them to build now. I suppose the obvious thing is a garden and a park. And then I should plan my next entrance to an area. Okay, there we got all that stormwater. We now have enough planks that I can upgrade this again, and then one more time, boom, get a second worker in there. So now I'm getting a lot more. That should make it much comfier to start spending it. I will be able to make tea, basically as soon as they give me the opportunity. So realistically, what I should also be looking for is an area that allows me to serve treatment. Now in Drizzle. Advanced District. Oh no! That's +1 to plank production, which is nice, but it's up against 10 parts. Luxury goods. Carpenter, artisan, or press. feel like plank production's not really going to be too much of a problem for us. Luxury goods, I could, you know, package up a bunch of tea very easily. I'm going to take that. I think I need the parts. As we're going to continue to grow. Have at least 18 villages with the clothing need fulfilled for 120 seconds. The only problem with that is, I only have one type of villager here who likes coats, and I only have 10 of them, so I would need to have 8 more harpies before I can use it. Versus complete any 4 dangerous or forbidden glade events. I get 5 parts, I get an artisan. Neat. Hey, that's packs of luxury goods. Which, did I choose? I did choose that one. Oh, hell yeah. Profitable caution's gonna be great. And now that we're in Drizzle, I can break into the glade down south and feel comfortable about it. And a lizard for every 25 eggs produced. I don't really want any of these. I already have a lot of villages. I optimized towards that enough. Spices, I mean, sure, I would love to get extra of those resources, but while I can make biscuits, and I can make flour, I don't have the herb garden that is necessary to run the spices. Maybe I should hold off, because if I get grain bags or spices, I would happily take it. I would just need a blueprint that works with it. Let's unsleep the production of the cookhouse and start getting that made. We're up to the next level of our encampment neighborhood. Okay. Excavation here would take packs of building materials or more tools than I have. Or, ooh, that's 10 packs of building materials it gives us. But the forest's hostility is increased. I have to immediately tell everyone you're not allowed to eat eggs, which is basically the only food they have, in order to get them to complete this with eggs. I'm gonna do it, but I'm not gonna be especially popular. Not making planks enough now, or fast enough now to complete this. Oh no. I think I have enough eggs to complete this. Oh, yep, there we go. Cool. I'm low on food now, but I did expect that. I can bust this open, but unfortunately it doesn't give us any foodstuffs. What about this one down here? That's not foodstuffs, but I can use those to make foodstuffs. Which will have to be good enough. Oh, harpies are starting to suffer from hunger. Favor them for a moment. In a minute this event will be done, the hostility that's causing the harpies to be sad at me is going to go away, but they will still be hungry, so there will still be hostility. additional blight rot cysts have appeared, but I've already ascended my base to a degree that I don't have to worry about that yet. I am getting some... I was about to say I am getting some food from these harvesting camps down here, but they're not currently harvesting. Events over though. Hey, it's giving me pigment! I didn't realize that. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have some extra pigment. Natural pigment, done. Use this out. New pickup here. There's the tea doctor. That's the ability to give people tea. Vitality. +1 to global resolve for every 200 times any complex food is fulfilled. Yeah, I haven't done that. Tinkerer does have tools production as well as training gear. Realistically, it's tea doctor. I'm gonna have to re-roll here now. I need something that's actually giving me a bonus right now. Another prosperous archaeology. Extra bonuses to global resolve just for opening or sending caches. I'm gonna do that. Six eggs. Yep, I'm really gonna accept that side literally just to get 6 eggs. And I guess it still has to be because people are starving, right? Yeah, the hunger is giving them real significant downsides right now. Let's see what else I can get done then. And this is the ability to make pies. Which will feed everyone who's not currently being fed. Sure. I'm gonna go to consumption control and turn off my control on clothing as well, just to get some more resilience for the harpies. Storm is coming in, so everything's about to get real bad unless this food starts coming up. I'm not going to be able to favor in the storm as well, importantly. I will be able to sacrifice, so I'm probably going to have to sacrifice a lot of wood to get through this storm, which is fine, because I've been building stockpiles and stockpiles of that. So our total amount of woodcutters at the moment is contributing only 36 to the resolve. Yep, okay. Taking 2 more people off of woodcutting, I now have only 1 woodcutter, but it will only take me 1 stack to get down to 1 hostility for the forest. As long as people start eating food soon, so please deliver these porridges and these pies, everything will be fine. I'm gonna take down a woodcutter's camp so that I now have the ability to produce another harvester. Storm's rolling in. Gotta sacrifice a full 3 stacks. But people are starting to eat their foods. We've got the porridge out for the foxes, and this pie is very close to done. Yeah, I don't have enough to make another harvester's camp at this point. But people should start losing their hunger negatives, which is going to give me a lot of positive resolve to work with. I want to tell you to have up to 50 planks at any one time, because there's nothing else for you to be doing at the moment. But that is useful, so you might as well do it. Running out of herbs to make porridge with, and running out of herbs to make pie with, but after that I should start using eggs, because I should. Okay, the pie is now delivered. We just need people to actually eat it. And now that they're eating it, I can stop sacrificing 2 of my stacks. Third my consumption of wood there. Oh, this is perfect. Still barely skating by on food the entire time. I'm gonna have to worry about that pretty drastically in the next season. I should, by all rights at this point, drop a trading post somewhere. Trading posts are a good suddenly fix all of the problems I accidentally made. Oops, problem. Keep making porridge. Well, pie is going to be harder when you don't have any flour to work with. Nor any of the progenitors of flour. Next order, building a citadel. You want 20 packs of building materials? The thing is, I'm fine with that. Arena. 50 training gear delivered, and have a clan hall, and you'll give me +1 to global lizard resolve for every 70 training gear produced. That's nice, but I still want the parts of the other one, and I'm more of the way towards completing it. Hello, old Farloof. None of this is old Farfood. Extra big files. Oh, yikes. I mean, like, I'll take some fabric off your hands if you'll trade it to me. You want a lot of stuff for it, I see. Oh, that's a lot of sea marrow, and I'm using these to open chests in order to lower, to raise global resolve. So I don't want to get rid of that much of those. Get rid of like half of the plant fiber, maybe, and then some wood. Because fabric is the worst thing for my production right now, so if I can buy a bunch of fabric, I can easily bypass some annoying things, like, you know, procuring all the resources I would have otherwise had to have for the making of this tea doctor. Also, with a tea doctor, I now want to consider the construction of a marble fountain and another garden. And heck, another 2 parks. The Royal Crown sends 2 royal guards to your villagers. Instead of simply brawling, villagers will not train under them. Fulfilling the need for brawling grants an additional +5 to resolve, but attacking a trader will result in getting 2 extra impatience points. That's not bad. It's just I don't have a plan to make brawling, but the Tea Doctor does serve brawling. So I'm not far off of that. That would give me a really good reason to just make brawling. That said, alternatively, Rich Glades with the +5 to small deposits and +15 to large deposits does make it a lot easier for me now to, again, expand into a new area, because that's our thing. And in doing so, hopefully get some rich reward. I'm happy to break into a couple of small glades this season, maybe 2 even. In realistic sense, yeah, I'm probably going to be dropping another hearth out here at some point. I'm going to need some additional bricks to do so. Let's get some folk on that. I can disassemble this for some copper parts and tools, or I could get some copper ore nearby. I don't need copper ore, so I'll probably just assemble this. I wonder if that counts as a ruin being rebuilt or salvaged. I suspect not. Small forage camp has nothing nearby. Okay, our food is starting to disappear again. But freeing up those camps gives me the ability to remake other camps elsewhere. Unfortunately, I didn't discover any foodstuffs in that extra glade. Food has been a real problem on the Royal Woodlands, much more than I would have assumed it would have been. Okay, trader's about to leave, but I don't really care about that. I will limit the brick production to 25. Okay, that's going to be enough to ascend our hearth. Oh, a trader found in a glade. Unfortunately, with no foodstuffs near. -50 hostility, I do always love that. Ooh, you are offering food. The problem now is, do I have anything to sell you? Based on the procedures I've just been engaged in, I suspect not. So realistically, I would want your flour and your porridge. 19. My tools only get me 6.9. Oh boy. I don't think I can do anything with that trader. I could attack you. That'll make other traders hate me. But I'll get a lot of stuff. one insect for every 2 mushrooms produced. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I might do it right before he leaves. Oh, and on the way out, eat dust. With now 3 sources of fertile soil, it starts to feel daft that I don't have a farm to be using it. Okay, now that we're leaving Drizzle, I no longer want anything to be discovered. It's only during Drizzle because it gives the additional size to the deposits we find. It's still a lot more lizards than I want, frankly. I'll take the one that comes with some parts. Sorry, not a lot more lizards, a lot more foxes than I want right now. Speaking of a lot more foxes than I want right now, it's time to build some housing. That'll do. I'm literally ready to start making tea as well, so let's just start doing that. So the packs of luxury goods are going to be produced by the artisan that I get for completing more forbidden and dangerous glade events. That's still going to be a little while off in the future though. So I shouldn't plan on that being like a core part of my growth strategy. Yep, that's enough bricks for the moment, thanks. With that many bricks, I can start developing my second half, which I think about. I do like lining it up generally with the previous one. It just makes me feel nicer. There's not a very nice position to do that right now, so I won't. Actually, it needs to be moved one further over. There we go. So now I can put a small warehouse directly next to it, and that small warehouse is going to be a good connection point for both this and this glade, one of which will probably be a forbidden glade. Yes, all of you head over and swarm this area and build. Obviously, got to get a lizard in the hearth because they like it. No on food again, eh? Yep. Running out of the vegetables. Still don't have any additional sources of food save these mushrooms up here. Good God. What a nightmare. I kind of want them to turn the mushroom into the flower, but... I just don't know if that's gonna be enough. I've got all of the camps built currently that I'm capable of building. It's one home moved over. I only want to move 5 people out. That'll do it. Great, so that'll get us the district up here, as well as 10 people. 11 people over here. So as soon as we get one more person, we're going to be able to ascend this one more time, but for the moment, let's just get the +3 global, +2 rather, to global hostility, sorry, resolve out of it rather. Should also just start opening and sending chests whenever I find them. Oh boy. I still have a lot less wood than I would have thought. I guess I am making a lot of planks. Okay, so I can take all of my woodcutters off, losing 72. Also just take 1, 2, 3 woodcutters off, and then sacrifice 1 stack to stay at 12. So the only thing active is fuel consumption enhanced is increased by 20% per hostility level at the moment. I should start thinking about how I'm going to afford a blight post. We're only 2 years from that being essential. Got a lot of people off the job at the moment though, so we should try and find something for them to do. And I could start building the blight post. So presumably at some point, people are gonna come to consume the tea, right? I have been making tea this whole time, right? That should really soothe the harpies and the foxes, something fierce. Yeah, +5, +6, +4. It's +10 when it's affecting all of you. I suspect I should actually proactively build the rest of my designs here. Because very soon I'm just going to be building another building there and everything will be comfy. Okay, lizards are starting to get stroppy with me. I can favor them, but will make the other ones really hate me. Specifically the harpies right now. But with extra treatment, the harpies are getting to a position where they don't care anymore. Oh my god, that food. Just looking at that number go hover between the single and double digits. Awful, awful. Sahilda, you have food? I still don't have money though. Could you just give me the food? Fulfill the need for eating pickled goods 60 times, skewers 60 times, and jerky 60 times. Or have pie, jerky, and skewers fulfilled for 16 people at the same time. I can currently create pie and skewers. Let's go Utopia. Actually, I was about to see if Sahilda just happened to have the resources for building those. Would have been good fun if you did, Sahilda. Would have been more fun if you did. Huh? Huh? Sahilda? Forage production increases by +1 for every 150 units of drizzle water produced. I'm not making any drizzle water. Get 10 amber every time a villager leaves or dies. Local taxes 12 amber every time you produce 50 ale. Or 2 packs of provisions every time 10 herbs are produced. None of these are things that I do consistently. And while I do make porridge, only the foxes like it. While the foxes are my most plentiful people, porridge is also very easy to make. It doesn't feel like that's necessary for me. I'm taking a reroll. Value-added tax is currently being offered by one of our orders at the moment. Packs of trade goods are worth 25% more sold when sold to trade routes or directly to traders. However, there's also route delivery line, just 3 routes per minute. That's the ability to start mitigating some of my hunger. And realistically, anything that is capable of doing that right now is worth its weight in goddamn gold. All right, I'm going to expand out here into what I suspect to be a forbidden glade. Obviously, I can't tell, certainly, but I suspect it to be. And I really hope it is, because the density of resources we could find in a forbidden glade might actually be able to turn this around for us. So I'd need 10 more packs of building materials. I still think I only have 1 place to produce those. In a makeshift post. I can make those straight up out of copper ore and then just ship that out. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Oh, I should also get people back onto woodcutting. as much as I don't like expanding, which it certainly doesn't look like that's the case right now, but as much as I don't like expanding, I absolutely need to right now. Yeah, with people fulfilling T, they're actually starting to give us some favor as well. Very handily. Unfortunately, we got done again. Everywhere I look, there's plant fiber. But not a drop to drink. They can give you some resin and deal with -3 global resolve every 45 seconds whilst it's being worked on in order to get a flawless leather worker. That's fabric production. I still don't have fabric production. That's great. However, there's also a shipwreck event here. While the effect is active, hostility is increased by 330. I actually can complete this in the way that I want. I can either get 40 meat, which admittedly is good, and 40 wine and 40 sea marrow, which I don't care about either of those. Or I can spend 12 tools, search the lower deck, get 30 amber and a reputation, which is another blueprint for us. I think that's the one I'm gonna go for. And I'm definitely gonna elect to break this medium abandoned cache open. That'll be some extra resolve for us. In fact, because they're staggered, I got the first stack of Prosperous Archaeology before, or rather, got the first stack, opened a chest, and then got another stack of Prosperous Archaeology. So now every single time I open a chest, I'm getting +1 to Global Resolve. As soon as I rebuild these ruins, which I shouldn't do at the same time as doing the merchant shipwreck, and there's no timer on the ruins, but as soon as I finish that, that's going to complete Lost in the Woods for us as well. I really hope I discover food in one of these glades, because I'm about to run out of my mushrooms. New people arrive and they bring with them insects. Don't know what to tell you. It's exactly what I'll take, for exactly the reason that I said. It's going to be the completion of our second district. Actually, sorry, neighborhood. Second neighborhood. Are you kidding me? I'm not doing this yet? What? I screwed up. Oh, glorious day. There's meat. Man, lizards are really unhappy with their lot in life at the moment. And it's not hunger that's doing it to them. Yeah, some pies should start coming out from this event right now. Stonecutter says nothing nearby. Forager's camp, that's the vegetables. We're done, we're done, we're done, we're done. That's it, that's... Now I can actually harvest these vegetables up here. That's food. Okay, I need parts. I need a lot of parts suddenly freed up. Thankfully, yeah, these herb camps are about to both be done. And I should probably stop using this harvester's camp soon. Here's why. If I can take all of those down, I can complete my Blight Post, which is going to be relevant real soon, and also create 2 of these. Wait, hang on. Yeah, I guess that's probably the best I can do at the moment. Yeah, cutting down some new stuff. Building the Citadel. Yep, cool. We can take the 2 of you off of that job and empty out the rest of the copper ore. Build the Citadel. That'll give us 10% extra global production speed, as well as 5 more parts. Next aim is to pick up these from the trappers' camps. Wait, what? Oh, right, yeah. I'm not going to build a small trappers' camp. It's not necessary. This event is not going to be complete by the start of the storm, so the start of the storm is going to be really fierce. Which means I need to increase the speed of this event's completion by sacrificing some Sea Marrow. Sea Marrow increases Glade event work speed by 25%, and you can do it 3 times. So now that I've increased it 2 times, we'll complete it just after the storm starts. Low on food. Liar. I gotta say, our tea is going through our fingers at this incredible rate. I didn't want to have to do it. But I have farms, I have land that I can use. It would be inappropriate at this point not to. It's also, importantly, a way for me to get consistent generation of food that doesn't require any parts. Not a single part needs to go into the productions here. That extra time. Oh wait, we're still not going to finish it fast enough. Rude. Things are pretty bad right now. 4 seconds on that. Everyone off of woodcutting. The event's complete now. So yeah, everything just went way lower. It's just because I expanded a bunch that I'm now getting a bunch of negative hostility from Greater Threat. However, no longer need to sacrifice that, but one single stack of wood gets us below. No favoring while the hearth is being corrupted. Fuel consumption in hearths is decreased. Sorry, increased rather. Yeah, the lizards are still going to be pretty mad with me right now. Due to the whole not feeding them issue. Which, like, yeah, I guess I can see their side of it. They want to eat food. They're not affected by hunger right now? Oh, God. I'm gonna have to sack another 2 stacks and favor the lizards at some point. Only way to be safe at this point? Oof. Okay, I don't think the harpies should be sad right now. I have food for them. They're eating good. I've got so many goddamn copper bars. It's just the harpies are about to start running away, and I really don't want that to happen either. I can understand why it's happening, because the whole food sitch. Gosh. I can't believe I've been getting around running this near to the knuckle the entire time. This is a lot of really good food as a resource, it's just not coming in fast enough right now. Takes another 2 parts to build another facility over here to just pick up resource. Sad. No, but it's not too far from that. Yep, I'm gonna build another base over there and get some people in the main warehouse. I've also started to burn off all of the cysts. There we go. I don't have more that I can really sacrifice to get through this storm right now. So, I'm gonna put a bunch of lizards into the cookhouse. They're not gonna be really producing anything. Make some pigment. Just spend your time doing something. And that's just to get them in an area that's warm. Then I want... Gosh. Clothing is what the harpies want to work on, but I have no clothing buildings. Which means I'm gonna have to wait for them to get low and then favor them again. Which unfortunately was enough, and I've now run out of... Oh boy. I've run out of wood to sacrifice. So everyone's gonna be sad. I think I'm gonna lose some people here, and I don't really think I have much I can do about that. I'd love not to. There goes a tea house worker. And a firekeeper, that's important. Very important I replace you. Bliss Greymorn, what's up? I've got 30 amber. Plus 3 to T. Plus 1 to resin production would actually give me a ridiculous amount of resin production, to be fair. Some planks. Ale. Yeah, she's just sadly not offering anything I care about. I will take the plus 1 to the resin production. Get 1 part every time you sell goods worth 25 amber. That would really be a good encouragement for starting to sell that. Workers have a 25% chance of producing double yields, while the heart's expected corruption rate is 150 or higher. I'm not using alarm bells. I'm gonna take free samples. Helps me solve the problem that we already have. Same reason, I'm also going to take the one that comes with a bunch of parts there. I do need to start making packs of provisions at some point. The only problem is, out of what? I have no food. There goes another harpy. And now I desperately need to get people back into woodcutting, or I'm going to lose my mind. And annoyingly, I'm still looking for any good source of food. Well, no. I am a little closer to fixing that than I'm currently acknowledging. I don't have the excess resolve to start cleansing this yet, as much as I desperately want to. While it's being worked on, every 45 seconds. So in 3 minutes, that's 4. And there'd probably be another, so -12. I have to be ready for everyone to be sad by a -12. And for a decent while. Bliss is about to leave, so I get to look at her stock again and decide whether or not any of it matters to me. I can't believe the Harpies haven't been able to wear the coats this entire time. I thought I gave them the ability to. Oops. It's fine, I don't have an herbalist camp unlocked, but I do have the ability to break this open, which is resources. Okay, I can bury the entrance, -12 to all woodcutters and gatherers while I'm doing that. I can perform the ritual, plus 300 hostility while I'm working on the event. Realistically, if I'm gonna do that, I don't do the Haunted Leatherworker right now. So I'm gonna cancel the Haunted Leatherworker. I'm gonna send these over here. 300 hostility. I should be okay with that. One of the big reasons I want this is because those 3 ancient tablets are going to be... 3 ancient tablets for the ancient artifacts mission to be complete. So as soon as I complete that, and this, I have another 2 ready to pop, which is 2 more blueprints. Hopefully those blueprints help save us. Speaking of helping saving us, we do now... What? I was about to say we do now have a lot of flour because of the small farms, but they're apparently not making that much flour right now. Still waiting on that flour, right? Herbalist camp down here. +1 to large berry bar. To berries received from those is going to be super helpful. Stonecutters camp has nothing nearby. Ah, the Stonecutter camp has nothing to fuck with. Alright, I'll move you. Perfect. Full utilization of workers. Additional player rods disappeared. Yep, I prepared for those already. If I take all of you out of this building, I'm worried you'll get sad instantly. Yeah, like that. I'll put one of you in the blight post, I suppose. I don't really need to make more purging fire, but I'll just put you there to keep you warm. The lizards are the saddest people that I have right now, so I think I should start making them some housing. That'll do. This event should be near to done. Never mind, it's halfway. Okay. That lizard no longer needs to keep warm in order to keep happy. Yeah, I think it's 100% reasonable to drop this down here. Another hearth, please. It helps ward away the hostility. Again, we're gonna need a little pump from our friend Sea Marrow in order to make sure we do this at the right speed. And now I think I can stop it. We got enough extra speed. 44 seconds left on that, and 20 left on this. Those will be done in time. Great. Okay, so 20. This place only needs 14 people. Which means I can move 6 of you very safely. And then as soon as I get more people, I can get another +2 to global resolve from this area over here. Alright. Everyone off woodcutting for a moment, please. A couple of you can get back on the job as I am going to sack some wood. Well, realistically, I still need to get below 4, and I'm always going to have to sacrifice 2 stacks to get below 4. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm doing. And our resilience in storms is low. Let's get some of this fire distributed. Oh my god. It's finally time. Please start making flour. Why the harpy sad? Unfortunately, I'm just incapable of lowering the hostility to level 2. That said, I can get a couple more people on woodcutting so that I can upkeep the wood burning costs here. I suspect I'm going to lose another harpy. I'm actively trying to prevent that, but I can't really see my way around that at the moment. Newcomers. Yeah, that's not really going to help us right now, unfortunately. Another person back on the job. I'm fine losing a blight fighter. Lizards are already getting sad, so I might as well make the harpies happy. Ancient artifacts, I can't turn that in right now. That'll give me too many people. And the harpies are happy enough now that I'm only losing lizards. Ooh, stonecutters is done. Yay! Now that all the stone cutting on the map is done, I can build another herbalist's camp. Yay! Renwald Redmane. +2 to vegetable production. That would actually immediately solve so many problems for us. Also, you have jerky, pickled goods, and pie. Let's just have a quick-see look-see. Farmers produce extra under the yield of biscuits. 3 oil for every 10 flour produced is pretty good. In fact, I will take that. Advanced grain collector market. Specifically the ability to get market carts. Skewers are pretty good, but I don't know if I need that for it. Advanced grain collector, tinkerer. Tinker is also not bad. Actually, I do now have a tea doctor, so I can deliver training gear. Tinkerer is the way I'm leaning right now. So 60 pickled goods, 60 skewers, 60... pie, jerky, and skewers. I want to complete whatever quest I complete right now. I want to be able to complete it. So both of them need skewers, which means I'm going to have to be able to manually make the skewers myself. And I certainly have the resources to do that. Let's free up some lizards and get this done. It's also definitely time to finally cleanse that. Okay, so that'll be the skewers done. And then I just have to choose which of these two I want to complete. The one that gives me 60 biscuits is probably ideal. Global food production speeds increased by 20% though. The problem here is I have to buy 60 of each of them versus buying 16 of each. Realistically, probably like 30 of each in order to guarantee it. I can do it. Realistically, I should get the +2 to giant vegetables production, especially because they're currently being produced in my farms as well. And I'm gonna have to wait until I've produced a reasonable amount of skewers before I start wanting to take the quest. Newcomers are allowed. I'm gonna take the one that comes with a bunch of grain so that I can more easily support my current production lines. And 4 dangerous glade events completed. This is a glade event ruin. I suspect it's not going to count for the sake of that mission though. Okay, it's jerky, pie, and skewers. Let's get 30 of each of these. I mean, I could theoretically make the pie, but not very easily, unfortunately, right now. Seems good enough to me. I'm still leaning Tinkerer. Primarily the problem with Tinkerer is that it's going to require stone and plank, so it's still going to be really heavy to make. But it'll be worth it. Having a luxury that people are actually engaging with. Okay, need for skewers fulfilled. Up, 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 up. Oh, please, please eat the skewers. I'm gonna start losing jerky. Oh my god, I'm not gonna have enough jerky to complete this, am I? There we are. Don't have enough jerky. What a nightmare. Oh, I thought I had that done perfectly. Instead, I got screwed. Well, I don't have the ability to make jerky right now, so I'm gonna need another quest to finish and then the ability to make jerky. And even after that, I'm gonna need to make pies at the same time. I'm gonna need to fund all of it myself. Desperately didn't want to be doing that. There we go. Brawling tools are starting to come out. Everyone's pretty blissed about it. Tell them always to use vegetables when they have the option, as vegetables are the easiest thing for me to use. I should just get 2 people down here making a bunch of stuff for us. Bunch of fabric in particular. I already got a better leather worker than that. I don't need another forest, or rather I don't need a forest. So manufactory is only packs and provisions for us. Bakery is overlapping with a bunch of stuff we can already do. We're going to be waiting for a reroll on that one. Lost in the Woods has given us a bonus for gaining certain kinds of resources, which is nice. Especially because while we get these flax fields, we get 50% chance for clay. We'll get 2 clay instead of 1 clay. And while we were getting the, what were they called? The fossils? They're not called fossils, they're called something else. Sea marrow, yes. As we get the sea marrow, we'll have the exact same experience. It 40% of the time gives us a stone, but now it'll give us 2 stone. Really want to start making packs and provisions. I just can't afford to yet. I will say though, making everyone happy seemed a pretty good idea. Uh-oh. Well, there goes a huge amount of our food production. I really don't want to have to let the season go like this. Yeah, I can't. But I don't have enough wood to get through the entire season. I think I'm gonna have to start that sacrifice after everyone loses their resilience. Let's get a lizard house and a sudden park over here. That'll get us some extra resolve at least. I think I will just have to let a harpy run away. Ballista can't afford to lose that one. Do have people in the warehouse. Good. Blight post. No cysts need to be done. Cool. I mean, I'd love to be putting people back on woodcutting, but definitely can't afford to. Bloodflower. Hey, it's gonna give us +1 to meat production. The only problem is it's gonna destroy my food while I'm completing the event. Actually, never mind. Legitimately, I might want bloodflowers to be spawning. Which means I'm just gonna be losing harpies this entire time, because they're the ones that are the saddest. Don't need to resolve that right now. Couldn't even if I wanted to. Well, there goes all of our wood. No more sacrificing going on. Another bloodflower. This one has 20 training gear and an ancient tablet in. Gosh, this is a rough storm. Well, hello to the new trader. Herb garden. I mean, it wouldn't be bad, but it's not good enough. Salt to jerky. I mean, food is not actually fundamentally our problem at this point anymore. I want money. I need the ability to re-roll from you. I'll give you a bunch of plant fiber and as many vegetables as it takes. Best one here is market. Not happy about it, but it is the best one there. Take a butcher so I have jerky and oil production. Sure. I'm gonna give you some more vegetables to take some extra resources from you so I can just suddenly start popping these buildings up rather than have to wait. Alright, never mind. That one can't be in that position because that's where the market is going to have to be. Means I need to find a much better position for our butcher. Actually, that slaps. Spices and herb garden at the same time would have been good. Though I'd have to still replace a bunch of things for it. Resources you sacrifice in the ancient hearthbirth, 5% longer for each of those. Woof. Trade routes are worth 1 more air, but none of these are transformative enough for me to feel comfortable. 3 packs of provisions with every new villager, I'm going to take. As much as giant vegetables is really good as well, I need to have some packs of provisions. Because those packs of provisions will enable us to start shipping some stuff out. In fact, aid for the Lizard Clan. temple. Ooh, negative 250 hostility because of the amount of sacrifices we've already made. That's so good. That's so good. This is almost too good to believe. Let's also have a look at our trade routes. I'm obviously not shipping out food, probably not shipping out parts. I can ship out leather. 44 leather for you. Please continue making pie. It is delectable. I wonder if I should expand into another thing right now as well. Basically, it's now or never, right? Oh, I should also get some people in woodcutters camps again. Whoops. I need those blood flower events to finish as well. Training gear, yep. Knew this day was gonna come. There's the temple. And with 3 people in, we get the Sacrament of the Flame, negative 250 to global hostility. That is going to be incredible during the storm, especially. Lumber mill, weaver, cooper. No, none of those really tickle. I know there's more meat stuff down here, so don't worry. You get to keep your job. Going into another dangerous glade would give me the opportunity to get another event complete for that. I think I have to do that after the next storm if I am going to do it, though. Perfect. Okay, I have the exact right amount to be able to transplant one more house over here. And in doing so, get ready to ascend our property. It's requiring planks I barely have, and builders I don't, but all's well that ends well. Plus 2 to the global resolve from the T-Doctor at this point, as well as the treatment and brawling it's capable of putting out. Let's have a look at the trade routes from this season. Ooh, pigment. I'm more than happy to ship out a bunch of pigment. That's what I made it for. The impatience has been well managed. In fact, the Harpies are so happy that if I manage to keep this regular pace, at the start of the next storm, in fact, I will probably eclipse the wind. 1.38 per minute. Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen before the storm. Could it theoretically happen during? I think so. If it takes their resolve too long to lower, yeah. I think the Harpies are going to be happy long enough that I actually complete this at the start of the storm. Come on, Harpies. Come on, we're getting so close. 0.8. Hey! Thank you, Harpies. Hey, we're at level 18, max level reached for the settlement. Now I don't have to level up my bases anymore. Obsidian box. Supply package and caravan wagons. Again, I will quickly look to see if there's any modifiers here that are mean. Starting with 6 impatience, that is actually quite mean. So you know what? I will take 4 reserve embarkation points. So that'll give me the ability to take more things out with me into what it looks like is going to be a marshlands map. For probably, if I had to guess, our final settlement in this cycle. Let's have a quick look at the Smoldering City to see if there are any upgrades that immediately appeal. You can set up trade routes with the Vanguard representatives in the Smoldering City, and all resource nodes get a +1. Ooh, I can start with an herb garden. That's pretty good. Then past that, I'd be able to assign villages to small warehouses. I could start with a pack of provisions. I should worry about what these build towards, though. Unlocks the ability to upgrade human health. Upgrade? You can upgrade houses? Huh. Well, I'll be. I'm gonna take the embarkation of herb garden, because then I can also get towards small warehouses, house upgrade for humans, and then farm range increase. That's huge. Oh my god, we're actually near the top of the tech tree. That's the end of it at the very top. Oh, okay, I'm feeling a lot better. I'll take it. That's not the one I meant to get, was it? Oops. That's okay, now I have the ability to set up trade routes with the Vanguard representatives in the Smoldering City, so trade is a much more compelling thing, since I unlocked previously in the last episode the ability to set up trade routes with the Brass Order in the Smoldering City as well. However, for the moment, let me just say that my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Against the Storm. Top left is the series playlist for all our content in the game's past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below, and streaming past the names of the people who are generally supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And our brother thank you, and a special thanks this episode to Mr. Gibberish. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.